Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Designs. So we've been working trying to get this kit dialed in for these new 2022 TRD Pros. We've had 4 of them in. The truck, for some reason, sat low in the driver's back corner, but the gas tank is on the passenger side on these trucks. So we use a 1-inch on this side to get this truck to sit right, and we're talking getting it sit front, left to right, even, rear, left to right, even. It has a slight rake in it. We have a little over a 1/2-inch rake front to back on this truck, but to get it to sit right, we needed to take this 1/2-inch shim. We need to take this 1/2-inch shim out of the passenger front corner here, and then we needed to go to 1.5-inch on the driver's rear corner to offset the truck to get it to sit right. I know that a lot of customers, when they buy our stuff, they said, I put your kit in and my car didn't sit right. And here's one of the things we always talk about is taking those measurements before you ever put the kit in the car. 9 times out of 10, it's not our kit that caused your truck to sit wrong. It was sitting wrong before our kit ever went into it. I know you're saying it's a Toyota, can't be the case, and that's totally wrong. It is the case. So our kit goes in one way, installs one way, and does one thing. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. So this truck sat a 1/2-inch lower on that rear corner. And so what we had to do is we had to add a 1/2-inch over there and remove up here to get it to sit correctly, this 1/2-inch shim. The truck actually, when you take it out here, it leans back over here. So now we're able to, they're always opposite corners. It's not side to side, it's opposite corners front to back on these. We actually talked to Toyota Engineering. They said that 1/2-inch was within spec from what they say it's able to have. We got to the point where we took the rear track bar out of this. We got to the point where we disconnected the rear sway bar, or the rear sway bar in this, to see if maybe the sway bar was not even on both sides and it was binding on one side to get the car so it didn't sit right. We actually put this truck on scales, and we'll share that with you. We're only talking about 60 pounds difference per corner from front to back or from left to right in the front or the rear. So there's a lot that goes into this when we're building these kits, and for us, we want the car to sit right. So it is going to have to be offered in an offset to get these trucks to sit right after having these 4 trucks where they all were low on that back corner. Sure, we can make the lift and leave it a 1/2-inch low on that back corner, but we're so attention to detail with the things that we do that we want this truck to sit perfectly right. So I'm sure there's gonna be other companies that come out with kits, and they're probably not gonna have a different spring from left to right. They're gonna have the same spring, and you're gonna have that same issue. So in this case, we are going to set this up so you as the customer can have your car to sit even and get rid of the factory lean that it has on the driver's rear corner that they say is okay at a 1/2-inch. I don't know about you, but a 1/2-inch, I can see that when I stand behind the car that there's a 1/2-inch difference. So we went through a lot to get this right, and we do have it right now, and we know the way we're gonna have to set this up is it's gonna be offset for the corners. It will come with the extra shim plate if you need to bring up that front corner, but the way we have it set up is it's not running the 1/2-inch on this side, and we're running 1.5 on that side and 1-inch puck on this side. And now the truck sits, like I said, it's about a 1/2-inch difference in rake front to back. If I actually push down on the bed or sit on the bed, it will drop that 1/2-inch, just to give you an idea. So that extra 1/2-inch really is without any payload in it, and a 3/4 tank of gas. So we hope that this helps you understand where we are going with our stuff and the quality level that we are trying to obtain and the look that we are trying to obtain with this as well on these trucks. We take all this super serious. We don't just make lift kits to just go in the car and lift the truck. There's a lot that goes into this, and we want to make sure that we retain the ride quality, don't overextend the shocks on the front or the rear on this truck. We are going to put 37s on this. They actually just came in today, so we're going to put 37s on this, and it's going to be the Falcon Wild Peak that we're going to put on this, and a 37, so it still has that factory look on it, where that's kind of our whole motto is make it look factory, but then it's not factory, so it makes you question it. So I know that people are going to ask me, so the truck's got the lift in it now, it's set the way we want it to sit. to the top of the antenna with stock tires on it on this Pro, we are now at 79.5 inches, and that measurement is taken through the bed down to the ground to the top of the antenna here. So we're 79.5 inches to the top of the antenna now, and we were 78, so we're an inch and a half higher, like we discussed, with the back being higher in the back. So and obviously that's closer to the back tire, so that's why that number is coming in at that point. If there's any questions that you guys have out there that you want to know what we're doing this, I know one of them lately has been, hey, can you run 37s on the factory wheels? We're going to find out here shortly. We're going to let you know if there's any wheel shim, space, or anything that needs to happen with these. These wheels are a +30, where the factory wheels that are not on the Pros are a +60, so the offset's a lot more in. These wheels here, about an inch and a half between the sides, between both sides together is about an inch and a half. So there should be enough room to get these tires to clear the upper control arm at full steering lock, but we'll let you know here when we get this all together. So again, we thank you for watching and hope this helps answer some of your questions that you may have on these new Pros. So thanks again.